Okay, this is not good. Whose side are you on, dude? Are you on my side? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion 1.1 Learning to Survive again. And today we're going back down into this pit of joy to see if we can actually find out what's going on down here. Based on what a few people have said, I may start reading the things a little more closely than I was, but not reading them completely. So this was where we went through before. There has to be somewhere further down, I believe. I will keep looking around. There's definitely more here. Well, I had a good look around, and it turns out there is no more to this artifact site. So, while I was slightly disappointed, I was thinking there was more. There is not, but we did get some very useful loot. So that is not to be whined about. So we can chuck the hover bike back down, and we will grab everything in here that we can carry at least. Hopefully we can carry it all. Eek, possibly not. Let's see here. Oh, we're gonna run out. Let's take the wood, and in fact we can put that on our bar, and we are perfectly good to go. Wonderful. So we will ship all that back to the survival tent, and then we can look at one of the other sites. I tell you what, I love this bike so much more than I like than the old bike. It's just so much better. It's so much better. So much better. Right. Let's stick most of this into here. Let's see what we can make with a bunch of this, because I wouldn't mind making, if possible, some of the other useful meds. Can I make yes, I can make some antitoxic ointment, so I wouldn't mind making a couple of those. And if I can, antibiotic leaves would be really nice. Sorry, antibiotic pills would be really nice. They are very handy. Even if possible, parasite pills. If I can make 2 of those and 1 of those, I'm not sure I'm going to have enough for that, but those would be very useful to have. I'm going to keep this constructor on me, even though it's doing annoying things at the moment. We'll do that. One thing I would recommend, you can do this on just about any container. You can tell it to sort by item, and it will sort by item. And that means no matter what you chuck in there, it will sort it back into sensible things later on, which will be handy. So that is always useful to do. Right. Among other things we need to do, we need to start thinking about something better in terms of transport. Now, as I mentioned last time, I tend to go SV and tend to build for a warp SV. Now, I will be going to the factory, as it does tell you to go to the factory, and I'll be using one of my builds I built especially for this, which is the short hop. The short hop is available for supporters on on the Discord, but the red lip batfish is a build I did previously for a previous play, which is also aimed and dedicated at this new start, and that will be available on the Discord for anyone. So help yourselves. And there's 2 versions. There's one that requires 40 titanium, and there's one that doesn't. But they will both be available for everyone. So what we'll find is, under the new system, it tells us there's 15 devices we have to unlock in the tech tree. So ramps, shutter doors, cargo extensions, thrusters, container controller, that kind of thing. So let's have a straight look into here in the SV. I know GATS is one of them. I know generator and detector is going to be one. I know O2 will be one. I think it will be that one as well. A fridge, a cargo controller, as it said, and cargo extensions, an ammo controller for sure, and thrusters and medium thrusters. So we're going to have to level up for that one. And we'll want shutter doors and ramps, landing gear, spotlight, and I think it uses either T2 landing gear, or is it the? I think it uses a T2 landing gear somewhere along the lines. Don't think it's the armored cockpit. Let's have a quick check. Because if it was not, so armor locker, medium thruster, yeah. Unfortunately, you got T2 landing gear, which is what pushes it into 10. So armor locker. We need to unlock medium thrusters at level 7, but the main thing holding us back will be the T2 landing gear. But that's okay, because we will level up pretty quickly, especially if we start shooting things like that. So I'm also going to put the sort on my inventory here, as you'll see, and then I'm going to go out and probably have another hunt round on the resources, build up some extra resources there. Okay, so I haven't finished mining out all the deposits, but I've been thinking about the stuff I need to get off this rock. And first of all, someone has told me you can't warp to Omicron. That is not strictly true, so we'll keep that under our hat for now. But things I'm going to need, I'm going to want some bullets for the gun, and for that I need at least a small constructor. Also, I'm going to want a T2 core. Now, you could bring it in theory, with a T2 core if you unlocked it, but for that you need some cobalt, which means going to a different planet, which you could do on foot, but it's easier to fly. So, sorry, clearing my throat out of the way. So I'm going to do something I've done a few times before, which is build like a micro base. So for a micro base, we'll need a base core, which we can build with things we have, and we can build a few other base parts at the moment. We'll take we'll probably need maybe 5 concrete blocks. We shouldn't need very many. We will want, one thing I desperately want is going to be a fridge. So I'm going to want a fridge. I'm going to want some solar panels. So I'll probably take 5 solar panels. It's normally something I sort of go for. At 1 solar capacitor should be plenty. I'm not going to worry about the clone chamber. I could, but the tent acts as a clone chamber for now, so we'll just get going on that. And what we'll do is we'll knock up a very small base. Now, I want a cargo constructor and a small constructor, and there's also some other bits I would like, but I'm low on points. So, cargo box, yes, I can do. Ultimately, you might want fuel tank generator, but you can live without it for now. But what I would really want is the small constructor. So that is the other things I want to unlock. So we'll get at least, I like to have 2, so we'll grab 2, they're only steel plate. And now we have a base starter block, so we should be able to actually carry that just. And can we carry some of these blocks as well? Just. Really? Okay, I've got to put my drill back. Okay, so what we'll do is you slap the core down, and I'm pressing page down to make it sink into the ground a bit further, because I want it to sink in the ground a bit further. And core. So that is a base, believe it or not. Now, so we're going to put a block next to it. And we're going to put a block there. Next up, I want to put a cargo container there, but the cargo container is not done yet. So we'll put a fridge, where we're going to want the fridge on top of here. We will, on top of the core, we'll put a fridge. Now the fridge is going to look after my food, which I'm going to take from here as well. Anything I've got that's perishable, I will put in that fridge for now. Now some of it might not last until I get everything together, but let's hope we can keep alive what we can keep alive. If I had a generator and fuel, which obviously I could build if I had the points, I would be able to get it fueled up and running straight away. However, at the moment that is not going to be possible. So, solar panels, you're going to want to be essentially north to or east to west, and the core will place on that sort of a grid. So we're going to want, typically you're going to want to be probably, you got to decide quite how you want this to be, and then this might mean more blocks if you don't do it the way you want it to. So I am going to page that up 1 and have that there. Yeah, that's going to go there. Oh no, I screwed up. Of course it's unsupported. I did pick up the solar panel, so that was okay. I didn't lose the parts. Come on, constructor. Don't let my burgers die on me. So what I've decided to do is we will put it there, but what I'll do is I'll put another block out here. But as you can see, I'd have to build a block here and then have to build it over. There is another way to do this. If you press N, you can build a block away on the same grid pattern. If you go connected to base there, you can build it on the same grid pattern, so you could connect it and you can build it away over here. So I would like to go, because for example these are 2, so I would like to build that over this way and over this way by 2, and I think that's probably going to fall if I do that again, because that is unconnected. So what I need to do is get the concrete block, go 1, 2, and that should be okay, and then 1, 2, and that should be okay, and then I should be able to place that on top like so. Now I can make this look tidier later, but ultimately that's what I want to do. Now let's grab the bits that are now complete out of here. Let's grab that one as well, and we'll grab what we can of these other solar panels. Now the other thing we'll do is put this up like so, and I'm going to put it upright just like that. This one is going to go here and upright, and this is going to let me, if I get the drone out, put another solar panel. If I stick it right there, I should be able to stick another one on top flat like that, and then I'll do the same on the other side, building down. If you're with me, I mean, you can make this tidier as it goes. Now over here I am literally going to put this one out as a stand. Hey, let's get that right. And we're going to look like the other one's suspended, so we'll put that one there. We can put in other things later, but there you get the idea of how this is going to work. Now as soon as we get some sun, this will start producing some energy, which apparently it is, which is a bit weird. Base should then be on. Okay. So base is on. Fridge is apparently on. Which is good because my burgers have a perish time of 1. So I'm assuming that's working. Very minimal power. In fact, it's gone off again already. So yeah, these burgers are going to spoil. But that's okay. That's to be expected. So I'm just going to finish this off. This is how I do it. I'll then put just the small constructor, for example, here. And then pretty much everything I need. I'm going to turn that straight off again, that constructor. So we'll turn that off. Yes, thank you. Because it's going to use up all our power. So if you then go into here and actually just hit auto group, that is under devices. If you go to your cargo boxes, you can then name them. You can only name them after you've grouped them. So you must auto group. You must do the auto group first, which is P menu, devices, auto group. Now, if you want to pick what you're going to name, stand in front of it, press P, and that will be that box. So we can call this constructor input, like so. And we can call this constructor output. Ooh. Constructor output. There we go. Perfect. And then you can go in here and select. Oh, excellent. For some reason I didn't press enter when I did constructor input, so that was annoying. Constructor input. Better. Now, if you want these to show up in a particular sequence, there's another trick. So you could go 1. I always use a space. And if you have more than 10, go 01. But if you do that, they will always show up in a particular sequence because they will follow the numerical sequence, just like a Windows filing system sort of job. Yeah, these are gonna die. Anyway, I will finish tidying this up a bit with the other solar panels and probably a couple more concrete blocks just to make it look like it's supported. You don't have to, of course, as long as there's enough structural support just to hold it in place, but you know, I like it to look vaguely supported. I might even put in another, ooh, it's dark, another solar capacitor here just to make sure that there's enough there. Apologies there, I didn't realise my torchlight wasn't on. I don't know quite what I did. Okay, and the sun is coming up, and here we are. So the sun is rising just over there in the east, and these panels are nicely picking up the power, and this will run throughout the day now. And we actually have 2 solar capacitors here. Now, these will slowly charge up. I'm going to auto group these again because I did some changes, but slowly these will charge up. At the moment it says battery 0%, but they will very slowly charge up. It will be enough to keep both the fridge running and power the constructor when I need it later. But at the moment, as I say, what I've done is kept it off. So I will use that when it comes to A, making 15mm rounds, and B, I will actually need to make a large constructor to make the T2 core. The large constructor will go in here nicely. So we can do that later, and then we can salvage the parts. So for now, I will carry on and just pick up some extra ore. There was the moment I wanted to show you, which was just I was going to go to the thing and show you how quickly that drill works compared to the drill I haven't got. which is excellent thought there. How fast this laser drill works in comparison to actually the drill that you have on your survival tool. So when I get over to the iron deposit, I will demonstrate that. So here we are at the iron deposit. I'll select the drill, I'll get the drone out as before, we'll go down the hole we already made, but you'll see that comparatively speaking, and iron is slower to mine than silicon, but look at it go. I mean, this just chews through like you wouldn't believe. There, you'll be worrying about your inventory getting overloaded before you know about it. So it is absolutely awesome when you get one, because there you go, my inventory is full. I've already picked up everything I can carry, and that was that. I got 10 iron there to get rid of. Let's trash that stone, see if I can pick it up. There we go. And what I might end up doing as well is going on a short mission to pick up some stone, because I want some carbon substrate. Now, I will not use the small constructor very much at the moment because power is obviously at a premium. Like I say, I could make myself more power if I wanted to, but why use it when the portable constructor can do it for free while I'm out doing other things? Okay, so I've run around and set myself up with a bit more material. I've got a bunch of stone processing into carbon substrate just purely because I haven't found any carbon substrate yet. I'm sure there's some over this side of the planet, which we will get to exploring. And on the other hand, I've set this up just running out fuel, which we will use in the not so distant future. I will make another portable constructor. And as you'll see, fridge is working fine. And we're up to 3% now, and I promise you that will be plenty of power for when we have very little. Base should now run indefinitely until we start using the small constructor in anger. So next up, we're going to visit, and the Font of Knowledge is by far the closest, so we'll visit the Font of Knowledge. I did want to go to the village. Got the feeling the supply depot is now actually a proper POI. I haven't checked it out yet, but they do appear to be full POIs now. So let's get over to the Font of Knowledge. I found en route yet another silicon deposit. However, there's a couple of resource deposits over this way, so I'm just going to check them out as I pass by. It's always worth keeping an eye out, even getting off the bike, really more silicon. Even getting off the bike every so often while you're heading out in these areas, just to check out what is available. More silicon, really. So much silicon on this planet. The one thing I need the least of. So let's find out what this one is as well. I am loving the hover bike so much. More bloody silicon. Really. Absolutely. Right. So in theory that should be the last bloody silicon I find. Right. Back to the Font of Knowledge. Okay. Here we go. We've discovered camp. Font of Knowledge. This looks like another... Oh, hang on. It went a bit quick there for me. Anyway. So we've discovered something that looks like one of the obelisks. It may be interesting. Right, let's grab these. These will always be good. We'll check this out, but this is basically the same as all the others, or at least should be. Just the normal sort of data. And that's that. And then this one behind the closet should have another tale of Tash in it, which we're not going to read aloud. If you want to read it, you might have needed to be pretty quick and pause that. These often have small supplies in them, so they're sometimes worth picking up depending on what we've got. Now, the Font of Knowledge. The main thing you want to know about the Font of Knowledge is that you want to walk in it and stand here.
Matrix taker detected. Configuration compatible. Imprint and access permission enabled. Key matrix generated.
And you're like, what the? Okay. So, this will only activate for the player. And this is generating you a key matrix, which is now in your inventory. Don't lose it. If you do lose it, I believe you can go back and get another one. Now, something else I did spot on the map, at least, there was a resource over there. So we're going to check out what that is, and I'm also going to pick up this copper, as I'm stood right beside it, and we don't have oodles of copper. So let's just check out what this resource is. This is more, this is more copper. So I'm going to load up with copper and we'll head back. This will allow us to, the key matrix will allow us to enter the obelisk. So that will be what we do next. Okay, so here we are back over at the obelisk. And this is where things get interesting, aside from it having turned to night again already. Damn it. Here we've already been. And I believe we've cleared this out, yes. But the obelisk now, before, had nothing much to it. Now we should be able to go around to here, where the ramp is, and the door will open for us, and it says, "Welcome, aspirant of the Ascension. Deepen your knowledge." And then we go, there seems to be a portal down here, however, it seems to be inactive. However, there seem to be emissions from active teleporters coming from the top of this obelisk, giving the game away a bit. So, here, this basically says all members of the expedition report, blah blah. It's very similar to the other thing that you had on the other consoles. Doesn't seem to tell you much. This is another Tale of Tash. Yep, we'll go for that. Thank you. Now, as I say, there are 16 Tales of Tash, and you can get them all. And yes, it is inordinately dark in here. It's nice to have the armor before you come here for several reasons. One is jetpack, just to help you get up in here because those are big steps. Second is these. Now, at first glance, you may not be sure what these are, but if you look closer, there you go, this says Nigas, and this says Akua, and this one says Skilon, and this one says Masperon. So, these are the moons. These are access to the moons that you have, or that are all in orbit of Crown. You can get to any of them. So even if you started on Skilon and you can get to the obelisk, you can get to Akua and live a happy life here. Now, what you should remember is, I can't remember which one's which here. I know that I think Skilon is the desert planet. Ningus is gotta be careful how you say that. Ningus is the snow planet, and I think Maspron is a swamp planet. So we're going to start off going hot, and you must remember that I don't think Skilon has oxygen. I think the other two do, but you can hit the button and away you go, and we should be here. This is a teleport. This is an obelisk. Again, it looks like you've gone nowhere, but if you come down here, this one will say exactly the same. There'll be another Tale of Tash. Thank you. And you'll see, oh, let's try that again. We are not in Kansas anymore. We are in desert land. And I'm noticing the radiation. And I didn't bring the hover bike with me. Oh look, and it's a sky whale. So One thing you will find on each planet is nearby the Obelisk there is a shelter, very much as there is on Akua, and this will have something amazing. These huge creatures keeping themselves in the air. Blah 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 blah. So another one with bits of the storyline. This will have planetary data, and interestingly, I'm assuming there's no planetary data with sites here because we started on Akua. You used to have sites here, but I guess you no longer do. There might be some. You'd have to look around. I have not searched these planets, but previously I did find some. So grow plots, always good to have. This, I believe, can be cored and taken if you want and turned into a base. There are some bits here we may want later, but I'm in no hurry. Those we will very much have though. There is often on these more difficult start planets a cupboard or something with useful meds. So it is worth coming out to these and getting whatever you can find here. Now, what I should have done is brought the hoverbike with me, just in case there's a resource nearby. Which in this case there is not. There is a faction or something over here, which we might have to check out later. Now I believe Skylon doesn't really have much in the way of resources, just has some wreckage. It does have carbon, it does have promethium, and it does have neodymium. So those are things it may be worth coming back for. Okay, and I've hit the teleporters once again, and we come down, and yet again a new Tale of Tash. Thank you very much. We're at 7 of 16 now. I feel like I've lost my torch, and it is very chilly. We are on Skylon, and I still didn't pick up my bike. Yes, body temperature is dropping. I noticed. Holy crap! Okay, okay, this is not good. Whose side are you on, dude? Are you on my side? Let's check this out. Okay, yes, my body temperature is dropping. I am going to be getting cold very soon, and I am picking up some interesting ores. Okay, so this guy, he's a Polaris guard. Thank goodness you're here. I already thought my last hour had struck. The Hashikun are extremely dangerous. The hackle? Okay, never mind. Bye. Okay, that was him, been and gone. So, okay, this place is going to be cold, indeed. And I did bring with me 1 coffee. So I should be able to, hopefully this will be warmer. This is not warmer. Okay, another Tale of Tash. Happy days. Thank you. Okay, was that warming up or not? We are not super happy. So yeah, we are cold. There is another thing here. Data. Again, nothing here. Just the same. So we will be getting out of here very quickly. I did bring my 1 coffee with me, alien organism, so I can keep myself warm that way for just a moment. But ultimately, I could do with some other boosts if I'm going to come here. And mine, because this planet has iron, copper, silicon, but it most importantly has cobalt and apparently Polaris. Let's go back inside. Thank you. Is it warmer in here? No, it is not. Okay, so then we'll move back up and head to the next planet. Though I might unload my inventory in between as we're fairly stacked up. Okay, and we should have now arrived on Maspron with a clearer inventory. You will also notice my oxygen has gone down. That is because on Skylon there was no atmosphere. So you must remember, whatever planet you were going to, it could just be as terrible as it said on the start options. And one thing you need to remember about Maspron is full of hostile creatures. Many hostile creatures, and there are a couple of resources relatively close by here. And Maspron has some nice resources. It has titanium, which is meh. We can get some of that. We don't need masses anyway. But it does have pentaxid, which will be something I need. Fortunately, I remembered to bring the bike this time. There are resources here everywhere. So we might have a little bit of a look around Maspron. Just briefly. Console as before. Same information, planetary data, nothing exciting. And a Tash. Who knew there were so many tales about Tashes? Anyway. There we go, that's 9 of 16. So there should be some more on these planets to find. Unfortunately, it is bloody dark again. As is the way. But at least there's a hover bike, not a crappy bike, in our life. Yeah, pentaxid. Yes, we've gained an explorer's token for finding pentaxid. Which is always a good thing, because we will want plenty of pentaxid in our future. And these are alien thorns, I believe, which may or may not be useful. Right, where did I leave my bike? Bike, you're over there. Are you edible mushroom? You are not edible mushroom. Okay, so actually let's ping the detector again and work out where we want to go. So we're here. There's another site of some description, interesting, right there. There's a site here and here. Here and here. There appears to be drones on this planet as well. I happen to see the red dot of a terrifying drone coming in. And wow, this place already sucks. So I apologize for the darkness, because it is dark as. But let's go over. Yeah, there's a minigun drone right there. Only 200 meters away. And if it spots us, it might well come for us. Was that where we were? No, that was the Obelisk. So that was definitely something else. And definitely almost a salvageable SV right there. So anyway, let's check out what this is. This is copper. Okay. Worth knowing, but not hugely important to us. So I'm going to bomb past these others and see what we've got. But I am not going to hang around too much, because I don't feel like we're in the mood for that just yet. Okay, so one of the deposits was a carbon ore. Now that means I'm probably going to grab that. I don't see any nasties in my particular vicinity right now. How true that is, I don't know. But let's just say I don't see any in my vicinity right now. However, I have been spat at by an alien butt bug already. And some various other nasties as I was going by. But I could really do with boosting up my carbon supply. So I wouldn't mind grabbing this while I've got the chance. It shouldn't be too heavy either, because carbon is light, so it should be pretty easy to carry most of this deposit, and that will really boost up my supplies without making my life too difficult, and without me having to even have to find it on Akur at any time soon. So, and that was the deposit gone. So that deposit is completely gone. There you go, and it's only filled up half my inventory, which is excellent. Now on to this one. Whatever the question mark is, we're about to find out. Interestingly, I don't know why my survival tents say 27 kilometers away. They really only 27 kilometers away? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. I would have thought it would be further away than that. But okay, what do we got? Rescue pod, small gorge. Okay, I apologise for this being pitch black, but I don't have a lot of choice in the matter. Oh god, what the hell? What the hell was that? Okay, oh, I've been stunned by the mosquito. Goddamn mosquito. That was the mosquito I was telling you about that's like the, there you go. Mosquitoes also deserve that. That's like the, it's like the butterfly, but it kills your face. Oh god. Oh god, I might be going down here forever. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh crap. Okay. The captain and the officers are dead. That damn planet ate them like the gorge ate our ship, but I'm still alive. In the meantime, I've collected enough materials to build my way out. It'll be risky, and probably my scaffolding will collapse and I will die, but I have no more ammunition to fight the creatures blocking the only other way out. I hope Tash was evacuated from the surface before other things escalated. Oh joy. Okay, what was in the cauldron? Okay, spoil food and food. That's not too bad. At least I actually have some meds. Now might be a time to... Oh my god, flamethrower and flamethrower fuel. That tells you the kind of thing we're about to see down here, which means bugs. No two ways about it. That means bugs. Okay. So where the hell are we going? Whoa! Right, where was it? Okay. Oh, combat music kicking in now. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I picked up something different from the normal on that bug. Let's I gotta pick that up just to see. What was it I picked up? Chichen fragments and meat, alien crab meat. Chichen's fragments. Interesting. Which makes sense because they are Chichen's creature, I guess. Okay. While we're apparently not going to die, I'm going to use my drone just to have a scout about here. Just to see what we think the possibilities of getting out of this hellhole are. Okay. Poor. And it is dark. Okay. Is there a bed down here? Did that guy have a bed? Oh god. He did have a bed. Okay. I am gonna sleep. Hopefully things won't go off too much while I sleep. Some things will, but that's just the way it's gonna have to be. I guess this is all a structure, so it's not gonna let me do that now. Okay, so I'm gonna sleep and hope for some daylight. Oh, that's so much better. Pfft, not. Okay. We're probably... I mean, thank God for having a jetpack. This meat is probably not going to last very long. A few other things are probably not going to last very long. But it's not the end of the world. We have things as we come back. Let's see. Is this his scaffolding? What was the other way out of here he was talking about? Because, I mean, his scaffolding is apparently going to work. Okay, die? What was the other way out of here he was talking about? I did not see another way out. Yeah, I'm gonna have another look, another scout actually. Was there another way out? He's there saying another way out. God knows what that is. That looks like a block of some description, but it doesn't appear to be any other way round or out or anything like that. So I don't know what he's talking about when he says other way out. Because I was suddenly thinking to myself, maybe there's another way out that I just fight my way through without having to play jumping game. Okay, let's grab that one. Okay. This is lovely, I guess. But I am essentially out, I think. Okay, well that place sucked. Let's never come back here again. But, having said that, we did get some useful things. We got a flamethrower for one, which is always handy against bugs. Very useful for killing off bugs. We got a bunch of carbon substrate, which was also worth having. There's even more carbon substrate here. And we learned something. Yeah, let's get back to Akur. On the way back, I'm passing by a drone again. I might see if I can take a drone down this time. Let's see if I can get close enough. Yes! What you got for me? Goodies? Yes, goodies. Those goodies come with built-in cobalt and things. So that was worth it. Plus, this will help us with our XP, which is gradually heading towards level 9 now. I had been for a minute there considering getting a hover vessel, because I think now that there are some POIs on that planet, it might be worth having something to carry stuff in when I go to, well, what was like the supply depot. Because that sounds like there would be supplies there. But I don't think I'll need to. I think I'll be able to get to level 10 before that, I hope. Okay, so there's no place like our sweet home Akur where... Ooh, we might need to look at keeping some more fuel going soon. But I've offloaded everything into here. We have quite a lot of carbon substrate now, which is excellent. We have quite a lot of copper now, which is also excellent. We are almost level 9, so we should be able to open on the SV almost everything we need, which I'm fairly sure medium thrusters was a thing. We are going to have to unlock this because we are going to need it in the future. Landing gear T2 is what's holding us back, I believe. And that's only because I decided to put landing gear T2 on it. If I hadn't put landing gear T2, we could build it already. It's just the landing gear T1 looks ugly. So I could go and edit that in creative and fix that, because that would allow me to get the short hop in. And I believe the red-lip batfish would be able to come in. The one thing we're missing, it says wireless connection. that is true. We need wireless connection. Now, wireless connection is something that I should probably already do. That is under miscellaneous and goes here. And I should very much get one of these because the wireless connection can be used on the base and will be good for transferring stuff into the base when we are ready. So let's have a look here and knock up one wireless connection, please, if you don't mind. Can you not build a wireless connection? I thought you could build a Wi-Fi. Am I wrong? Has that been changed? Is Wi-Fi cannot be built in the survival constructor. It must be built in a small constructor. So that will be a good use of that. So let's grab some of that. Let's grab a bunch of those as well. And that should be everything we need here. We just plonk all of those in. To here we should be able to say, I would like a wireless connector, please. And thank you. And that will come out here. And we'll put the wireless connection here. However, that leaves us with the one option. Look, I could make the red-lip batfish or the scout straight away. I mean, the red-lip batfish is designed for this purpose, and the only difference with the short hop is that one piece of landing gear, which I could very well change and may well do so between episodes. But with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time when we'll check out probably the supply depot or the village or something like that. Thanks a lot.